What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TV Toycast YouTube channel. And today I'm going back into the world of the Marvel Legends and the new Strange Tales, Dracula. Oh, so cool. Getting Dracula into Marvel Legends was definitely a pickup for me. I had to grab this one. And this was actually an interesting line because I think it was only available in like specialty shops. No retail on this one. No Walmart or Target, which was interesting. I was talking to a local toy shop that picked this up, that had this. And they're saying, oh, yeah, Walmart and Target only want the big characters. And I'm like, I understand Captain America, Wolverine, Spider-Man, those are the guys that sell, but we've been waiting on Dracula forever. And it's a Build-A-Figure line. You can build Blackheart with a lot of these. I don't think I'm going to pick up the rest of them. I think I have one more that I haven't unboxed, but that's it. But to me, I'm like, this is insane. Like, why would you not put this in your specialty shop or in your store if you're a Walmart or Target? But they make their own decisions. And, of course, we know Werewolf by Night's coming in a new wave. So I'm like, oh, okay, so we're getting more of these kind of supernatural characters, which I'm all for. Of course, such a good wave here. This is actually one of the best Marvel Legends waves we've gotten in a while. Of course, you can build Blackheart there. But Moon Knight, Bloodstorm, a new version of Storm, Lilith, Dracula, Damon Hellstrom, Brother Voodoo, and it says Weapon of Vengeance, also known as Helverine. That's what I'll be calling him, as Helverine. Very, very cool. The legendary vampire Vlad Dracula rules over the undead, spreading violence and terror on his quest for power. Of course, Toy Biz, back in the day, I'll put a picture up right here, they did a Marvel 4-pack of, like, I think it was Dracula, Frankenstein, a zombie, and Werewolf by Night, or the Wolfman. That was always a big one for me. I always wanted that set. I thought that was so cool. So good on Hasbro for making this one happen. But, again, why wouldn't you want to throw Dracula in there? I know it's a public domain character, but it's, like right here, Marvel's Dracula. Marvel's version of Dracula. I think that's super cool. So I think this is awesome. I don't necessarily think all these waves need to have the Build-A-Figure. I know that's kind of a caveat, but there's a new wave coming out with, like, Phantom Rider and Werewolf by Night and a few other fun characters. I'm like, yeah, they have a Build-A-Figure too, which is great. It's the Executioner and it looks really good, but I'm like, I don't think that's necessary. My personal opinion. Now, I know not everybody agrees with that, but to me, I'm like, this figure sells me, in of itself. Like, just give me Dracula. That's all I need. So, I did not pick all of these up. I may go back and buy a few more of them. I'm not sure. I guess time will tell on that. But this Dracula was one I definitely knew I wanted. And I also, like I said, I also picked up that Helverine. Got a little background image in here. That's kind of cool. So a little diorama, if you want to keep that. Not something I'm going to use, but still kind of cool. There we go. Got Dracula in here. No twist ties. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. So we got an extra head here. Maybe we can get it out of here. My gosh. Yep. I'll just pull his hair off. How about that? I think it's got a peg, so it actually goes together. That, or I just gave him a haircut. Let's see. Can we put this back together? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Making it happen. We got a couple extra hands and a sword, and I'm gonna throw it on the ground. Yeah, one of them landed on the table. Well, 2 fists, 2 open hands. Definitely going to use the open hand on this because he's got to hold his sword. We got the Blackheart extra hand and an arm. So that's cool if you want to build Blackheart. Got all the parts there and an extra hand, which is kind of fun. Not a whole lot different. A little bit different on the finger, but not too much different. Can I just set that over to the side here? Let's take a look at Dracula here. Definitely no shortage of detail on this guy. This is awesome looking. I like the head here because I like the fangs out. So the extra head's a little bit more stoic. But man, I love that head that they chose. And like I said, ooh, these spikes are kind of sharp. Digs right into your finger. Ouchie. Hasbro has done a great job with these. I don't think there's any denying that. Like from the Star Wars to the Marvel, Transformers, any of those, G.I. Joe, the quality is always top notch. Never an issue there. It just was kind of a unique thing that this was not one that they put in stores. And the guy told me it's like they have to have a certain character or the store's not going to take it. Now I do know some of the Marvel Legends waves, as I throw my figure down on the ground, didn't do as well with the Build-A-Figure part. And so that might have been part of the situation there. But this one did have Wolverine in it. This had Storm in it, So it looks like this ponytail is also removable. I'm not going to take it out because I'm not going to risk it. But got to get him there. Good pose. So I think that's interesting. Again, if I was running a retail shop, I'd want Dracula and Hellstrom and some of those other characters. I think that's awesome. But overall, I think this looks really, really good. Like I said, I know we're seeing some price increases this year, as we all know. Nothing that anyone can control, really, at least on the consumer side of things. It is what it is, but gotta work out these joints a little bit. But Hasbro was already about $24.99 per figure, and it's looking like on some cases it's going to be closer to $30 per figure. That may be just exclusives, but I saw some Marvel Legends that were $29.99. Ooh, that's a rough one. That's a rough pill to swallow. I think for me, it'll be one of those things where certain ones I'll pick up, certain ones I probably won't. And again, I tell you guys, you got to vote with your wallet. You got to find your joy. If it's not that, maybe there's a vintage figure line you can get into, because I think sometimes when these lines get expensive, that's really all you can do. And as cool as these are, sometimes you don't need to buy all 6. And that's kind of what I've been doing with Marvel. There's some I do want still that I'll buy. Like this is a great addition to the line, but I don't feel like I need every version of Wolverine, every version of Deadpool. You do have to kind of go bit by bit at times, but still really cool nonetheless. Well, let me know in the comments down below, you guys Marvel Legends fans. Did you pick up Dracula? Are you going to plan to pick up Werewolf by Night? That might be a fun one for everyone else to grab. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you've been a Marvel Legends fan, I go hot and cold with this line. I talk about that a lot. I've liked both. Where I've like, I love these, but then I'm like, I've kind of got all the characters I need, so it kind of goes in waves, I guess. But overall, this is a really, really fun figure, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. It was pretty much a day one purchase for me. The second I saw it, I was like, yeah, I got to buy that. Too cool of a figure. But definitely a lot of cool stuff happening on the channel this week. Lots of cool unboxings. On Monday, I unboxed Leonardo from the new McFarlane Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Page Punchers line. I'm absolutely loving that line. It seems like it's doing well at retail, which makes me very happy. That means I think we're going to get more waves. Obviously, we know a wave 2 is happening. And I would think this day and age, there's probably like 4 waves in production at any time. I could be wrong there because they're pumping the figures out too fast, right? Any wave is going to take a year, so you'd have to get multiple going to continue to get them on shelves. So I imagine Wave 2's on the water, Wave 3's coming soon at completion, and Wave 4 started. That would be my assumption, but again, I don't know. I'm not on the manufacturing side at all. But also on Wednesday, I unboxed, oh my gosh, it was the British Bulldog from the from the retro Mattel line from Mattel Creations. It was cool to finally get that unboxed. Really, really fun figure. And of course, today was Dracula. Of course, last week, some really good unboxings. On Monday, I unboxed He-Man from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia line. Absolutely amazing figure. Check that out as well. On Wednesday, I unboxed Jada Toys Scooby-Doo. Jada Toy Scooby-Doo Shaggy Rogers, from the Scooby-Doo line, as it were. And then on Friday, Vampire Joker from the DC Multiverse line. So many cool figures, and that's what I try to do. I try to give you a variety, a little bit of something. I try not to do everything in a row. Even if there's a bunch of stuff, I'm like, I'm dying to unbox. Like I'm dying to unbox all these McFarlane Turtles. I'm dying to unbox the new Mortal Kombat figures I have over here. More Masterverse. I got a stack of Super 7 figures I need to get to. It's a lot, but I also kind of told myself, if I do more than 3 videos a week, I don't think I'll be able to keep up. That's a lot, and that's a lot to record, and it's a lot to edit, and it does take a lot of time. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself either. So I guess time will tell. I may make some changes though, as it were. And of course, also check out the TB Toycast podcast, dropping every Thursday. We have a different main event covering a classic toy line from series to series, as well as all the news and happenings in the toy world. I also have What's on the Pegs dropping every Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon usually, kind of going over all my toy hunts for that particular week. So check that out as well. Also, Tales of the Toy Box. I haven't dropped episode 6 yet. I haven't even recorded. I need to get to that. Now that I have some days off, I will definitely do that, where I kind of do a deep dive into a specific toy line. Always a lot of fun as well. So get ready for a new episode of Tales of the Toy Box coming soon. And that is, I think, about all I got. Of course, Dracula, such a fun, unique character. And like I said, I'm super excited for all the cool new toy lines happening right now. Obviously, I just picked up another Marvel Legends set today because I'm kind of like I've been telling myself I've kind of went hot and cold with Marvel Legends, where I stopped collecting them entirely. But now I'm like, okay, there's a few more I want to get. And today I picked up the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and Wolverine set, where they're in blue and black. To me, like, that's fun because it's unique. It's different. Yeah, I have plenty of Spider-Man and Wolverine figures, but those are different. And I think when you have something that's a little bit different like that, it does add a fun element. So to me, it's really cool. And that's what I like doing with this channel. I like having different stuff. I like having fun stuff and things that are cool. And Dracula is really, really cool. And perfect for the Halloween season, right? I think it's cool. So that's it. That's all I got. Thank you all very much for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That's Marvel's Dracula. Not Count Dracula, just Dracula. And we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.